All right, pre-surgery check-in. I have surgery tomorrow, and yeah, just doing a quick check-in video. My breathing before my surgery is the following. I can breathe 100% through my right nostril. All the airflow pretty much goes through that nostril, and my left nostril is constantly constricted. And as you can see, it collapses when I breathe in a lot of air. But we'll see how the surgery is tomorrow and see how it corrects it. And maybe I'll start feeling better. Well, pre-surgery video. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I can still 100% breathe through my right nostril, and my left nostril is still constricted. See how it compresses? So hopefully this surgery will fix this stuff. Here we are, 10 minutes until surgery. Day 1, surgery complete. Lots of pain right now, very weak. So the doctor said, after your surgery, you're gonna feel like you got kicked in the face by a horse. Accurate. I'm about 12 hours post-surgery. My face is so throbbing right now. Yeah, this is painful. I can't take another pain pill for another hour, but yeah, I'm really kind of anxious about how it's going to be sleeping with my mouth open all night for the next week. As you can see, I got this sore right here from the breathing tube that they had down my throat, and it's just so pain. This thing is just fucking painful. Okay, bye. Hey, Ja.
It's okay, Ja.
Hey, Mr. Ja.
It's okay, Biz.
Sorry, buddy, I can't hang out right now. Hey, Ja. One thing I have a new appreciation for is straws. Because I'm supposed to keep my head elevated. Because if I tilt it, it's just gonna leak blood. I'm getting my gauze changed out. It's 4:45 in the morning. Been trying to fall asleep for 6 going on 7 hours. This has happened like 50 times. I doze off for like 2 minutes, and then my throat gets incredibly dry, and it wakes me up. I just lean over to drink water like 50 times. Well, day 2. Operating on about 3 hours of sleep. And the pain it's a different kind of pain today. It's an inflammation pain versus post-operation soreness. Yeah. Don't have much else for you. I'll check in later. Another really weird side effect of the surgery and recovery is my teeth hurt. My teeth are very sensitive right now. It's a really bizarre sensation. It's 5:30, day 2. Feeling pretty tired from
lack of sleep last night, so I'm gonna try and get an hour nap in, see if I can fall asleep. But pain is feeling okay right now. Uh, the ibuprofen and whatever pain pill I'm taking has got me feeling okay, but my nose is just completely impacted, full of just like thick, nasty, bloody shit. So my nose is just 100% just blocked. Ah, fun, fun, fun.
Can you hold this?
Yeah.
It needs to go under your nose.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here. Okay. Put your fingers.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Is it under your... Is it on?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Whew. Super painful right now. Oh.
I'm gonna leave that on for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is very painful right now. I was just explaining to Melissa that the sensations I'm feeling are just really bad inflammation, horrible pressure headache. My teeth hurt, which is apparently a side effect of this. Every one of my teeth just feels like I've been grinding my teeth for 10 hours. My nausea is going away because I just ate. Oh, my nose is just killing me. I just found out. So I had sinus surgery, septum surgery, and they also removed bone and cartilage from the anatomy of the inside of my nose. Oh, fuck. Drinking ginger ale for the nausea. I just gotta make this update quick. Day 3, got 3 hours of sleep last night. Had a fever of 99.9. Woke up with a fever of 99.9. And I'm just trying to drink as much water as I can to make that go down. The inflammation is so painful. Yeah. Yep, 3 hours later, still super throbby. Inflammation is just kicking my ass today. It's very painful. Day 4. Not gonna lie, this has been pretty tough. I'm really feeling the effects of getting 2 hours of sleep each night for the last 3 nights. Not feeling great, not feeling all there. Been fighting a fever back and forth. The inflammation seems to be a little bit better today. But what's really kicking me in the ass is the lack of sleep. It's just, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. So what I'm attempting to do, I don't know if it's possible, but the doctor said that in certain cases, you can have your splints removed a little earlier. I got another 2 days with these things. I'm gonna try and see if I can get them removed a day early, because this is agonizing. I feel like I'm not properly healing because I'm not getting sleep. The way I gotta sleep is I sit up reclined and have to breathe through my mouth while I sleep, and that enables me to get 45 minutes to an hour of sleep max without my tongue and mouth being completely raw and dry and painful. And it's a cycle. So day 4 it's tough. Today's been, this is a doozy.
And sniff. You can blow lightly. I don't want you to blow like an elephant. I don't want bending. I don't want digging. You can put ointment around the front of your nose so it doesn't get dry and crusty. If there is a crust there in the morning, you coat it and let it come off when it's ready. Don't pick it off. Okay?
Okay.
All right. If you got any numbness in your front teeth, that should be getting better pretty quickly. The pain into the teeth should be getting better pretty quickly. But the thing is, you are still healing. And if the dog jumps up and hits you in the nose, the dog will screw it up. At 3 weeks, we have 90% of our strength. At 3 months, we have 100% of our strength. So if you're on the high school basketball team, I'm going to say at 3 weeks you can go play. Okay? But you can always break your nose. Alright?
Was the nose broken during the procedure?
You had a deviated septum. Hard to the left is what was described in the notes. And the thing is that that means we've got a broken nose. And what we're doing is we're re-breaking it in a controlled fashion, putting it back together. If you got a big, huge spur going into the left side of your nose, is that, yeah, we're taking it out. That's breaking it.
Oh.
And so it's bruised, and it's swollen, and it's inflamed. And the pain doesn't disappear in 12 minutes or 12 hours. Alright? You drink liquids, you take pain medication, and you feel sorry for yourself. That's what it is. And you can, it's like... So, the narcotic and the Motrin together. Basically, narcotics make you feel loopy, and
So I just had, the splints taken out. It was just becoming too unbearable. I had him in for 4 days. Was supposed to have him in for 6, but he said it was okay that they came out a little early. But this is really bizarre. I'm experiencing something for the first time that I've never experienced in my life. Like, my nose is just completely open. This is a really bizarre feeling.
Good.
These are the
Oh God.
the 2-inch splints that they took out. That was painful when you removed them.
Look very pretty.
But we'll see what the next couple days has in store. Melissa, already a lot of the pain is like gone.
Hey, they broke your nose.
Yeah.
So you have to heal from a broken nose. That's what I told you.
This is a very weird sensation. I'm breathing in a way I've never breathed before. This is really bizarre. I have complete air passage through both sides, and then some. And then one thing Melissa and I really noticed is, granted my nose is really swollen and big right now, it's completely straight. My nose had like a weird curvature to it prior, and the bump is pretty much gone that I had right here. I had like a little hump. I mean, my nose is full of shit right now, but this is really bizarre. I have never experienced this before.
Oh, big turkey.
Yeah, I still have shit on the left side, or right side. So I'm trying to So that's what your nose is supposed to feel like?
Yeah.
This is really crazy. I can breathe through both my nostrils way better. Before, all my air was through that nostril. 10% through that. Now 300% through both. Wow. 2 of these were up my nose. Day 5. Got a mouthful of vitamins. Hold on a sec, actually. I don't have my nose hammock on right now, but yeah, I got about 5 hours of sleep last night. Woke up multiple times though, and woke up at like 4:30 in the morning, just completely drenched in sweat, shivering. Once I got up to turn the shower on at 4:30, like I could feel just like sweat, just beads dripping down my legs. Pain, it's getting better. I still have inflammation pain right here. I had to switch from hydrocodone and ibuprofen to or to Tylenol and ibuprofen because yesterday morning I had a really scary incident happen where I think I over medicated. I took too much ibuprofen and hydrocodone at the same time at 4:30 in the morning when I was shivery and cold, and my breathing got really shallow and slow, and it freaked me out. And I was by myself. Melissa was asleep at the time, and I basically just had to keep myself awake. Like I kept dozing off, but like I had to physically like tap myself in the face and like take everything I do everything I could have done to stay awake because I was afraid of falling asleep with how I was breathing. I ended up calling poison control, and long story short, I waited 4 hours until the pain meds had worn off for me to feel safe enough to fall asleep because I was breathing really slow and it freaked me out. So in turn, I've switched to ibuprofen and Tylenol, and I'm not going to take that hydrocodone shit anymore. But yeah, another thing is my mouth is just so painful, so raw. Just my tongue feels like it has like 20 canker sores on it. The inner linings of my mouth hurt, my teeth hurt, my gums hurt. I'm just cold and fucking kind of shivery right now. But at least I got more sleep. I'm gonna try and go back to bed. Day 5. Whew. It's 1:30 p.m. Day 5. The pain it's still there, but it's definitely a little bit more subdued. Still pretty congested. Trying to drain the fluid as best as possible with saline sprays and steam showers. But last night I was able to get 5 hours of sleep, roughly. Woke up a bunch of times, filled water bottles, and yeah, I haven't been wearing. Actually, I wore it last night a little bit, but the nasal drainage for the blood has kind of halted for a bit, so I haven't been wearing the hammock or whatever it is. Still can't breathe through my nose. Yeah, I took an allergy pill for the first time today, and it helped a little bit, but I found out that I still have the gel. What is it? What's it called? The gel packing in my sinuses, so I have to have the packing removed. But yeah, I'll follow up tomorrow with the doc and see where we can go from here. As you can see, my lips are pretty red and raw. My tongue is red and raw. It's really painful from sleeping with my mouth open. That's a huge canker sore, and I feel like I have a ton of canker sores all in my mouth right now. But yeah, I had the splints removed yesterday, and that reduced a lot of the pain. So pain management was a little bit better after that. And I removed them 2 days early, but the doctor said that that would be fine. Nasal appearance, you know, it looked like that I had this hump right here prior. It's not there anymore. And the nose, it's still pretty swollen. It looks to be pretty straight in its appearance. I don't have the weird bend anymore. But still healing. Day 5. Hopefully I get some better sleep tonight. And we'll go from there. So it's the evening of day 5. And I'm feeling okay right now. I got some pain around the nose, but it's nothing too crazy. But what's really interesting is I never brought this up prior because I was always focused on pain management. But this whole time, I haven't been able to smell or taste anything. And I don't know why I've never brought that up. And it's really weird because I thought, you know, I'm feeling a little decent tonight, so I'm going to order a nice gluten-free white pizza with chicken and jalapenos. And I got home, I literally cannot taste a thing. And I can't smell anything. I went and got some Vicks Vapor Rub, put it on my finger, nothing. I hope, knock on wood, that this is just a temporary thing while I'm healing, because this is really bizarre. I cannot smell anything and I cannot taste anything. Like taking a bite. Just feels like I'm chewing texture. This is so bizarre. But yeah, I have a follow-up tomorrow. God, my lips look raw and my tongue. And we'll see what the doctor says. And apparently I still have packing in my sinuses, so they still have to remove the packing. I don't think that's going to be tomorrow, but yeah. One thing I was just talking to Melissa about is there's certain parts of the day, right now included, my nose isn't that congested. It's a little congested, but I can breathe through my nose, and it's just a really interesting, different, weird sensation that I'm not used to at all. It was actually a little overwhelming earlier today when I was breathing through my nose for the first time. The air feels very cold, and if you take too deep of a breath, it's almost painful. And a friend of mine who also had this surgery procedure done, she said that that's the nerves in your nose reacting to oxygen for the first time. The newly, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But I hope that the nose just continues to heal, and yeah, it also seems like my breathing is a lot louder now. Aside from the nasty sound, but we'll check in later. I gotta take some Tylenol here in a bit, and kind of go from there. So I'm on the computer doing some research, and talking to a friend who also had this procedure done, and I'm forgetting that I also have packing that needs to be removed. And that might be why breathing feels, when my nose wasn't congested in the last 2 days, really weird and just like too much air. Um, I know that's essentially the point of the surgery, is to have more air, but it just feels like you have holes this big in your head, and it's a really weird sensation. But I just watched a couple of YouTube videos on people getting not their stents, the stents that are like that big, but the packing, like, that's in your sinuses. This is gonna be brutal. They're like this big, this thick. But now that I'm talking with my friend about this, she said there's just a weird pressure sensation, and that's definitely what I'm feeling from here up. It just feels like, I just thought that was soreness from the surgery, um, but that's probably the nasal packing that I'm feeling. Just, they're like sponges, or essentially huge tampons that you put in your sinuses. Oh boy.
All right. It's been a while since I've done an update post surgery. A couple days ago, it was 1 month post surgery. And I'm still healing, but everything's going pretty well. My nose still feels a little sore. There's just a feeling every time I shift my face around, or when I sneeze, I could just feel the soreness. I'm not taking any pain pills anymore, no Tylenol, ibuprofen. The morning congestion has pretty much gone away. I'm a tiny bit congested right now because I was outside for a bit and breathing in the outside pollens, but overall my breathing is much better. It's interesting. I find that sometimes I breathe better through this nostril, and this one's not taking in as much air, and then it shifts around. But overall, I am breathing better, sleeping better. I think I'm falling asleep faster, and the flu-like symptoms that I was feeling for 4+ months has pretty much dissipated. The headaches that I had, they have dissipated a lot too. They haven't completely gone away. The ones that I'm still having are probably stress induced, but yeah, it's been, I think, 1 month and 3 days since surgery, and just wanted to do an update. It's crazy. I have pontoon boat sized boogers that come out of my nose now that I've never seen. I've never had boogers like that before, and yeah, it's pretty gratifying, and it feels great when they come out in the shower, but it's gross. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to give an update. It's been a while since I've done one last, and I don't regret doing the surgery. It was definitely a interesting ride. The first week was insanely brutal, but yeah, it's a month passed, and a little over a month, and I'm definitely breathing better. Okay.
All right, let's do a update. It's been a while since I've made one of these day-by-day update videos from the procedure I had last October, I believe it was. It's been about 8 months since the surgery, and my breathing has completely transformed. I'm breathing 1,000 times better. It's crazy. I actually completely forgot to post the this edit that I put together a while back. I was just focused on healing, and then once I was feeling better, I just kind of put the phone aside and wasn't really focused on these videos. But yeah, I just wanted to put a little video on the tail end. I noticed in the videos, one thing that I didn't address is that, so the loss of smell and the loss of taste coincides with your sinuses healing. Essentially, there is a slim chance that people that have had these procedures done, they lose their smell and their taste forever. And that's something that I was really freaking out about. And another thing that I was worried about was that this was COVID related, which it wasn't. I was tested pretty frequently and always came up negative. But yeah, the loss of taste and smell was a side effect of the procedure that I had done, and a few different doctors told me that that's lay of the land for a procedure like this. You're gonna lose your taste and smell for a while, and that lasted probably about 2 weeks until they slowly came back. That was just a really strange sensation. But yeah, it's been a while, 8 months now since I've had the procedure, and I'm breathing much better, much better. And I do not regret getting the procedure one bit. That was one hell of a ride. It's weird looking back on this footage. That was totally a painful and hard thing to go through. The sleep deprivation was really kicking my ass. It was all encompassing, just one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. The procedure was septoplasty to get the, so my nose essentially was like that in the middle, so it was just cutting off all the air on one side, so that they corrected that. They had to internally break the nose, remove some bone and cartilage to fix the bend in my nose. So I had the septoplasty done. I had a reduction of my turbinates, which was extremely painful. And then I had sinus surgery, so it was 3 procedures in one. And let me tell you this, I was not prepared for this. This was recommended by a few different doctors that I do this, because back then I had honestly like probably an almost 5-month flu-like, really low energy, like felt like I was gonna have a fever at any moment. Symptoms that lasted almost 5 months. And a few different doctors, including an ENT doctor, was like, yeah, you probably have a lot of gunk impacted in your sinuses that are just not coming out, and that's making you feel like shit. Yeah, I am feeling better and breathing a lot better. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but it was really interesting looking back on that footage. That was one hell of a ride. And I didn't really I had a tail end 1 month later, but now this is a tail end 8 months later. And that was a hell of an experience going through that surgery. Very painful. It's crazy because I watched a lot of YouTube videos as well, and certain people on YouTube only had one of the procedures done, and they were like, oh, it's a walk in the park, it's fine. So that's kind of what I was preparing for. But I was not prepared. Let me back up a little bit. What I was getting at earlier when I said I wasn't prepared is the doctors recommended this, and I was like, yep, let's do it. Let's get it done. I was not prepared for the recovery time, and the recovery time was grueling. It absolutely destroyed me for a while. But yeah, very painful, crazy procedure. I was bedridden for like a week. And no, it was about 5 days. So yeah, stuck in bed for about 5 days. That was one hell of a memory, and yeah, like I said, it's 8 months later, and breathing good. I think my nose still looks pretty straight. And yeah, that was the reduction of turbinates, septoplasty, and sinus surgery all in one. Brutal. Feeling a lot better though, and I could breathe better. I could breathe great. All right. Thanks for watching.